Hi, my billionaire besties. In this video, I want to talk about what things you need to do before manifesting in 2026. I know that many of you guys are planning out everything you want to manifest. You may be doing the vision boards, you may be scripting, you may be writing lists of all of the things that you want to accomplish. You may even be doing some rituals. But these are the things that you need to make sure that you are doing to clear the way for things to come into your life or for things to manifest. The first thing you need to do, and I know many people are not going to want to hear this, stop manifesting for the crowd. Stop manifesting for friends and family. Stop manifesting to show people, to get validation from people, to level up on people. That is not how you're going to manifest. If you're manifesting from that place, you probably will manifest some things, but you want to manifest from a place that's bringing you joy inside. And yeah, there are things that's going to fuel you to get to those goals, like people hurting you in the past or whatever the case may be, but you want to manifest for yourself. You want to manifest because you want to be the best version of yourself, and not just because you want to level up on people, you want to stun on people. Like those types of mindsets are not going to help you manifest as much as you want to. It may help you manifest a few things here and there, but for the long haul, you want to be manifesting from a place of joy, a place of like fulfillment, and a place of gratitude. So I would say this is what you need to do. Stop even thinking about people that you know in your family or your friends, and stop thinking about them at all. Like literally just only think about the things that you want to manifest and the people you want to manifest those things for, like your family, your kids, maybe if you have children. Those are the things that you want to keep front and center in your mind for your manifestations. Like I know it's difficult too, because sometimes you do want revenge. You know, you want to feel like, oh, this person did XYZ, so now I'm going to stunt on them, or whatever the case may be. And that could be fuel to motivate you to get started, but that is not the reason why you want to manifest. You want to manifest because you want to be better than anybody's perceived belief of you. And it doesn't really even matter what people believe of you or what people think of you. And that's leading me to number 2, is to actually not even tell family and friends. Like tell no one. Move in silence. That's number 2. Move in silence. Don't tell anybody of the things that you want to manifest this year. Tell no one. Like, do not go to a vision board party and put what you want on a vision board with your friends, with your family. Tell no one. Do that in private and in your private time, in your sacred space. Do your scripting in your sacred and private space. And you don't need to tell anybody about your goals, about what you want to manifest, because a lot of things will shift when people start telling you things. And I know people will say, oh, please, I'm not listening to them anyway. But I'm telling you, like, things that family members or friends say can have an impact on the way you're manifesting, or could put some self-doubt in your mind, and then that messes up your manifestation. Like, you don't want to have any self-doubt. You want to have the belief like, no, I'm getting this. This is a no-brainer. Like, this is easy for me to manifest. But the minute that you start telling people who are probably secretly hating on you anyway about your goals and the things that you want to manifest, those things, see, my son is clapping when I said that, those things are probably the things that are, you know, things that you don't want to tell people. Like, seriously, because they don't have your best intentions at heart. A lot of them don't. So you need to be cautious. Like, move in silence, and the things that you want to manifest, keep it near and dear to your heart. Yeah, if you have a spouse, you may want to tell them if their spouse is not a hater. Some people have spouses who are hating on them, unfortunately, and that's a bad way to be, the bad situation to be in. But if you have a spouse that's supportive like mine, that'll hold you accountable like mine, then yeah, you can tell them. But I wouldn't tell, you know, if you know that that person that you're with, that you come home to every night, is going to shoot down your dreams, or not believe in you, or don't have the same level of faith that you have in things coming into fruition, I wouldn't even tell them. I would just be moving in silence, putting things, you know, in motion, and like making sure that I'm keeping my manifestations pure, and like without any self-doubt, without any people having their input or their 2 cents. Like, they can't see the vision that you can see, so it's not even important for them to even know, honestly. Like the past few years, I've really been honing in on this even more. I was already doing it before, but now even more so, that I've like kind of basically like disconnected from my family to a point where I'm only seeing them on special occasions, when I host something or I want to give something, but I'm not speaking to them every day. I left the group chat. Leave that group chat. That's number 3. I'll just put that as a 2.5/number 3. Leave that family group chat. Leave that friend group chat. Like, you don't owe anybody an explanation for why. You can focus on yourself, focus on your goals, focus on what you want to manifest in your life. Speaking to them every day sometimes is like actually lowering your vibration, and you don't even realize it. A lot of the people that you surround yourself with do not have the same level of positivity and frequency that you are cultivating. So sometimes just speaking to them will lower your frequency and your vibration, and you won't realize. They are putting things in group chats that you don't want to be resonating with, like, you know, things that are kind of like, all right, I didn't need to see that, or I didn't need to hear that, or whatever the case may be. And maybe to them, they think, oh, I'm just sharing information, or I'm sharing about somebody who's sick or loved one, whatever. All of that is stuff that you don't need on your everyday. You don't need that to be taking that in every day. You can speak to them when you speak to them, see them when you see them. Holiday time, just, you know, right now is the holiday season, and, you know, we've seen loved ones maybe that we haven't seen in a while. That's cool. But you're going into 2026, and you need to be focused. You need to be focused on your manifestations, and not having to speak to everybody every single day is going to help you get there. You don't need to take in their vibes, their vibrations. You don't need to take in their frequency. You don't need to take in their negative thought patterns. All of that stuff creates an egregor. I don't know if you want to Google what egregors are. Like, it's going to create that around you where you're going to be basically in that realm, and that's where you're going to be kind of like pigeonholed to, and you don't want to be in that. And they might have the best intentions. Like, you know, they just think like, you know, I'm being informative, or I'm sharing whatever, or I'm sharing my thoughts or my beliefs or my feelings or whatever the case may be. But you don't need to take that in. You don't. And especially when it's family and friends, sometimes we feel more connected to those people. So if they're going through something, we feel like we're going through it. And that could kind of muddy up our vibrations, if you feel me. Like, yeah, you want to be checking in on people. Call your grandmother, check in on your grandmother, do your weekly calls or your twice a week calls. Hey, grandma, I'm just checking on you, whatever. If you still have your grandmother, check on your parents if you feel to check on them. If you have parents that you don't want to check on because they're narcissistic, whatever the case may be, that's your prerogative as well. But yeah, just make sure that you are like not contacting those people every single day, not having them in your daily life like that, because that's gonna like make your manifestations like kind of muddied and your vibration kind of muddied, and you want to manifest from a place of like, you know, abundance and joy and positivity. Those are the things that's going to bring things into your life. So yeah, that is my number 2.5/number 3. So another thing that keeps us from manifesting that we want to change in 2026 is that we want to make sure that we are not stuck thinking about the past. I know everybody has trauma. That was like the word for the past 3 years. Like, seriously, let it go. If you want to manifest, detach from that. Detach from your past. Your past no longer exists. You're writing a brand new future for yourself, and that's what you need to be focused on. You need to be focused on the future that you're writing. You need to be focused on the things that you are trying to bring into your life, and focusing on the past is like not helpful for you. Unless you're thinking about, oh, I manifested that in the past. Like, I manifested my first Mercedes in the past. This is a sidebar thing. I manifested my first Mercedes, so I knew my second Mercedes is easy. Like, I'm gonna manifest that as well. Like, that's a no-brainer. Sure enough, manifested my second Mercedes. This is my second year with it. So yeah, like, you can manifest things from the past and think about things from the past when it comes to your manifestations. I manifested this place I'm living in, like my home, and I visualized it. I did all of the stuff Neville Goddard teaches. So yeah, I definitely was like, all right, I'm gonna use these things to manifest. And whenever I'm trying to manifest something else that's on that frequency, like, you know, maybe it's a home, maybe it's a car, maybe it's, you know, whatever, a career path, a job, whatever, I can think and remember about the things that I manifested in the past, that this is going to be easy to manifest. But if it's not that, and you're thinking about traumas, things that people that did you wrong, things that happened in your childhood and stuff like that, like, I would consider like going to therapy for those things. I'm an advocate for therapy. I am currently still in therapy. I have a therapist that helps me get through those types of things, and then I leave it there. And then, you know, or if it's something with my work week or whatever that I'm going through, that my therapist helps me with those things, but I'm not constantly bringing that up every day, because that's not going to help me manifest. I don't want to be stuck in the past. I don't want to be thinking about the past. And yeah, you want to embody the present moment, but you also want to have your vision so clear on the future that you're closing the gap between your future and your present moment. If you are not thinking about your future at all, if you're not thinking about the future self you want to be, the future, you know, physique you want to have, whether you're trying to, you know, manifest your dream body or whatever the case may be, or if you don't want to, if you're not thinking about your future, you know, self, as far as like your finances go, or whatever the case may be, the career that you want to be in, or the, you know, business that you want to open, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. If you're not seeing that in your mind's eye, is the chances of you manifesting it is very slim, because you're not visualizing it, you're not thinking about it, you're not looking forward to the future, to what those things are, and bringing it into your present. I feel like closing a gap between your future and your present is very doable when you're constantly thinking of it. And sometimes, a lot of the times, not even sometimes, majority of the times, I think of it like I already have those things. So, you know, you can actually embody that in the present moment, like, oh yeah, that's, you know, oh, it's waiting for me, or whatever the case may be, or whatever you have to tell yourself. And I will give tips out, you know, in another video about like things that I do to manifest very quickly. And yeah, that's pretty much what you need to do. Stop holding on to the past and stop being so grounded in the present. Like, yes, it's good to be grounded and embody the present moment, but stop being so grounded in the present that you can't focus on your future self and what you see for yourself. Like, you might have a title right now that is not the future title, like, and that's okay. You can already start embodying your future title, your future self. Like, that's what you should be doing every single day going forward in 2026. Like, you might have, you know, X amount of money in your bank account, but you already know like how much money you want to have in your bank account or your business account or whatever the case may be. Like, that's what you should be seeing. You should not be focusing on what's there currently. You should be focusing on like your big bag that's there. Like, you know, that's kind of the things that I think like will connect the present and the future, and bring it closer to you, is because you're already like seeing yourself as that person. Like, every single day when you wake up and you give gratitude, you give thanks for all of the things that you have, that's also another way that you can manifest. So I would say that would be number 5, is that you're giving gratitude every single day for the things that you have. And a lot of the things, if you look around, you already manifested certain things in your life, and it's like now you're just taking it to another level for 2026. And in order to take it to that next level for 2026, you need to have 0 distractions. So that's number 6. I would say number 6 is to cut off social media. And I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear this, but I would cut off social media. Why? Because that's the same thing as encountering those people in your family. You're taking in a lot of other people's energies. You're taking in a lot of other people's frequencies and vibrations that you don't need to be taking in. And I know a lot of people are going to look at it and be like, well, this is how I connect, or this is how I create my business, or whatever the case may be. And you can tell yourself that, but a lot of the times the people that you're following have 0 to do with your business. The people that you're looking at when you're taking things in from are people from your past, people from high school, people like, you don't need to interact with those people. You don't need to have them on your feed. You don't need to take in there every day. A lot of stuff that comes up on your timeline, it will be a reflection of your vibration, of what you're manifesting. And obviously there are some pages that you can follow that are very positive, whatever the case may be. But if you're following certain family members, certain friends from the past and stuff like that, a lot of times when they post, they are not posting things that are going to be beneficial to your manifesting. They are simply not. So I would say get rid of it completely. I've gotten rid of social media so many times in my life, and I always do it like when I want to level up, when I want to manifest something, or when I want like just clarity and I don't want anything clouding my judgment. So for now, I've been off for like 3 months, and the longest I think I've gone off of it was like maybe almost a year. And right now I do not miss it at all. I have not missed it. Since I deleted the apps from my phone, like, yeah, my page is still there, but I have not seen it. I don't know what's going on in social media. I have no clue of what trends are going on. I have no clue of anything. And guess what? I've manifested so many things in these past 3 months that I've been off. That is crazy. Like, I closed out my year amazing. My 4th quarter was great. Why? Because I'm not on social media. I have all the time to focus in on exactly what I want to manifest and all of the goals that I wanted to accomplish and close out my year with. And I did that purposefully. And that's what I want you to go through and go into 2026 with. Like, how are you being intentional with your time? Are you doom scrolling? Are you giving your time to scrolling your feed? If you are, I would say get rid of it. I would say get off social media completely so you can manifest the things you want in your life. If your focus is on so many other things and you're scrolling and you're taking in all of this thing, and then now your frequency is lower because now you've seen some craziness on your timeline, and it's like, oh no, now I gotta get my vibe back up. I gotta raise my frequency again. Like, it's you're going up and down all day long, and you don't need that. Create your own little bubble of your own little world that you're supposed to be in. Like, before social media, what did we do? We lived our lives every single day. We encountered people, yes, that we met in passing or whatever the case may be, but we weren't taking in everybody's everyday life. We were not. People all overseas in different countries, we had no access to these people and what they were going through in their lives and any of this stuff. And to me, like, that was a better way of life. So yeah, I don't need to be on social media. I have zero reason to be on social media right now. Yes, you can consider YouTube social media, but honestly, on YouTube, I don't interact with people like at all. I may watch videos, inspirational stuff. I watch my affirmations songs. I'm gonna link my playlist of my affirmation songs I listen to every day. I listen to meditations on YouTube. I use YouTube for like self-help and self-development, basically. Then that's how I've always used it. So yeah, majority of the stuff that 99.9% of the stuff I watch is for me to level up, about money, about finances, about how to, manifest things. I watch other people's videos about the astrology, about what's going on with the moon cycles, whatever the case may be, rituals, whatever it is. All of those things are helping me develop myself and create the person that I want to be, because you can learn from different people. Everybody has different tools, and yes, I still will read things and do my own research and all of those things, but the content that I am taking in on YouTube, it's literally geared towards me manifesting the life that I want for myself. It's literally towards me becoming the person that I want to become in my life. So yeah, a lot of people can say that YouTube is social media, but it's like you can curate what you take in on social media. If you're searching for, let's say for instance, you want to search for how to become a leader. That's what I did in the summertime. All I watched was leadership videos and cut off social media. And like 3 weeks later, not even like, yeah, about 3 weeks later, 21 days into my no social media, I was offered a leadership position. Didn't even have to apply to the position, which I applied the year before and didn't get. And then this year, suddenly, it's offered to me. So yeah, you need to make sure that you are, focusing your energy on what it is that you want to manifest in your life. And I was already focusing in on manifesting leadership, because that's the videos I was watching on YouTube, and like, what do I have to embody, and the things how I have to show up. And that was noticed, because those are the things that I was watching. Those are the things that I was focused on. So what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on negative things on social media? I would say get rid of social media. I have no access to Instagram, no access to Facebook, have no clue what's going on anywhere else. I haven't been on TikTok in years. I had a TikTok where I would do clean talk videos. Some people do know me for those videos and like organization and stuff like that, but I haven't been on there in 3 years. I haven't posted any content on there. So I have zero idea what's going on there. I haven't been on there. So yeah, there's no need for it. Like, you can literally do things that you need to do, even if it's for your business, and curate whatever it is that you wanted to post or whatever, and do like where you post it at a certain time, set those times for whatever it's going to post, but you don't need to be on there. So even if you have a business account, I would say that you don't need to be on there. You don't need to be scrolling. You should be focusing in on how you can make your business better. And those scrolling is not helping you. Actually doing research and things like that, and like going to seminars or whatever the case may be, if you got to go hear somebody speak, if you got to go hire a mentor, whatever it is that you need to do, those are the things that are going to help your business grow. Yeah, you can say, oh, the analytics are this or that, but the majority of those people on social media are not even purchasing like that. Like, you may have some people, if you're in a service-based industry, like doing hair and nails, that will hit you up. But if you're selling something, a lot of times, like, okay, some people that's going to support you, a lot of times it's coming off of like YouTube, people that you meet and things like that. Like, I would say that Instagram, drama. So yeah, I would say cut off social media. That's going to help you manifest in 2026. And just try it for a little bit of time. I've done this several times in my life, like throughout the past 10 years, I guess, that social media has really been a thing. And it's been beneficial to me. Every time I cut it off, I accomplished great things in like such a short time, which tells me that wherever your focus is going to be what you're manifesting, what you're going to grow in your life. And lastly, in 2026, what we need to embody is a person that is a doer and getting things done. A lot of people are lazy, and that is the reason why they can't manifest. They think that manifesting is just you putting things in the universe, you creating a vision board, you saying affirmations over and over again, and it's not. Honestly, if you're not embodying the vibration of those things and coupling it with action, with intentional action, you're not going to manifest. So how does this work? Well, you say you want to meet your special person, and you want to manifest this person, and you think about the things that you want from this person and the qualities they have. how are you going to manifest that person if you never go anywhere? You never want to, attend anything that anyone invites you to. You're not meeting anyone from your home. And the chances of somebody just walking into your house and meeting you are very slim. You could say, oh, yeah, HVAC person or something. Maybe somebody has that story. They fell in love with the HVAC person that came to fix their AC or whatever. But those stories are very, very far and in between. You have to put yourself out there. You have to go to things. And you're not going to meet somebody at everything you go to, and that's okay. But the more that you go to different things, the more social you're becoming. And that's going to help you with your vibration. So now you're embodying the person that's social. And somebody may walk over to you. Whereas if you're just in the house, there's no one coming over to you. So yeah, those are things that I would say are the actionable steps that you need to take if you're trying to apply for a new position. You may need to be applying to different things. Yes, you want to manifest it. You want to say, oh, I want to be, this, and this, or I want to be CEO, I want to be a director, or whatever it is the position that you want, or maybe you want to open your own business. There are steps that you need to take. Even if you're manifesting, even if that's on your vision board, there are steps that you need to take. Maybe you need to take a class that's going to teach you about how to open a small business. Maybe you need to, attend a seminar that somebody's speaking at that's going to help you and open the doors to real estate if you want to get into real estate. But you have to put your foot out there. You have to put some type of actionable steps. You can't just put things on your vision board and just think that it's just going to happen. Oh, well, it didn't happen. What actions did you take towards that? Not saying that you're going to have to put in so much work. Put in a little bit of effort. Putting in a little bit of action is going to help bridge that gap. You have to do something. You cannot just not do anything in your manifestation process. And yeah, there are times where people will be like, oh my gosh, this money just came out of nowhere. That does happen because money flows when you have the abundance energy. So yeah, money will just come out of anywhere, and you just like, oh wow, I just manifested money from wherever. But certain things that you want to manifest, like getting a new home, a person's not going to knock on your door and just say, here goes the house, here goes the keys. No, you got to put in some steps to that new home. Yeah, you could put that home on your vision board. You could envision it in your meditation. You could go visit the home, go take a tour, so that way it's in your mind's eye, so that way you keeping it in front of center when you're doing your meditations or whatever the case may be. But you still need to take the steps. You still need to schedule a viewing. You still need to do certain things that are going to help you manifest that home. The person's not going to just come to your door with a key. So there are some steps that you have to take. You cannot be lazy. You cannot say, oh, well, I put it on my vision board and it didn't happen. No, you have to make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do that's going to help you with your manifestation. If it's, like I said, the positions, you have to apply to different things. Maybe you need more school. Maybe you need to go back to school for a master's degree to get that position that you want. That is a step you need to take. You are not going to just not have, oh, well, I wanted this position, but I didn't get it. Why didn't you get it? Oh, I don't have a master's. How do you get a master's? Oh, there's a step you need to take. Okay, so then you need to go back to school. You need to do this, and this to get that. So yeah, there are some things that you will want to manifest that are going to require some type of work. It's not just put it up on your vision board and it just magically appears to you. That is not how manifestation works. It's also about your vibration. So what are you vibrating? If you're not vibrating on that energy, it's going to be very difficult. That's why I said, it's not just about visualization. It's not just about saying the affirmations. It's not just about, doing a meditation. You need to make sure you're vibrating on that frequency. What is your frequency at? A lot of times your frequency might be taking a nosedive through the day, and you got to get it back up. No, because I am manifesting things into my life. So I'm going to keep my vibration high. I'm going to make sure that I am vibrating high, so that way I'm going to keep manifesting. And it's not saying that things are not going to happen in your life, because that's not real life. Real life does happen. Life be lifing. But you need to make sure that you're getting your vibe. What can you do? I put on music. If I had a rough day and my students were acting, a little off, or maybe it was a full moon, whenever it's about to be a full moon and stuff, I already know sometimes that my kids maybe, I wait and see, because I don't want to put that out there either. So I wait and see. But then when I'm like, yeah, it's the energy it's about, the energy right now, whatever the case may be. So I'm like, okay, there's a reason for it. Or maybe they just didn't get sleep. Maybe it was a weekend, they had a 3-day weekend, or whatever the case may be. There are reasons for everything, but how am I going to keep my vibration high? It's okay, I already know. Or maybe my team is off. Now that I'm a leader and great team leader, maybe my team is a little off. Maybe I got to raise the vibration in my team and keep us at a certain frequency. maybe some things happen between team members or whatever the case may be, or maybe they get upset at me because I'm telling them different things that they need to do. And it's like, okay, how do I raise my vibration and get to a place where I'm gonna unite everybody and get us back raised vibrationally? And how do I do that? With music, with jokes, with laughs, with food. There are so many different things I can do to raise the vibration of my group, so that way my team could take it to the next level. I like to win. So like winners win. Like that's what we do. And that's what manifestation is about. It's about winning at life. So if I know that my team is depleted, or my team is like, oh, you know, we didn't do XYZ. Yeah, you have to tell them, you have to hold them accountable. And a lot of people don't want to be held accountable. But at the same time, how could I raise the vibration of my team? I could do XYZ, I could do these things. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. But it's about raising back up your vibration. Yeah, there's things that you're going to hear that you don't want to hear. There are people like, if you get a mentor, your mentor is going to probably see my son clapping again. Your mentor is probably going to tell you some things that you need to change about yourself, or some things that they see that you're doing that are like self-sabotaging behaviors, or behaviors that are procrastination and stuff like that. And a lot of us suffer from different things, and that's okay. But how are you going to fix it? You got to solve those problems. Those are problems you need to solve. How are you going to fix it? And if you get a mentor, if you get a real mentor, your mentor is going to hold you accountable. Your mentor is going to make sure that you're doing those things. They're not going to just leave you to your own devices and be like, oh, okay, whatever, that's just how they are. No, your mentor is going to be that person that's going to be in your ear. Like, you want this is what you need to do. So yeah, you can consider me that person, because yeah, I'm not the person that's going to just say like, oh no, everything's gonna be fine, everything's gonna work out. If you're looking for that type of person on here, like that type of guru that just gonna say, well, everything always works out, no, I'm not gonna say that to you. I'm gonna tell you there are some things you need to change. There are some things that you need to work on. And we all need work. We're continuing to grow. Like, if you're not growing, you're not going anywhere. Like, you have to grow. And because I like to win and I want to win at life, I'm going to help you win at life. And that's all that's going to be. So if you want to consider me your mentor, you can go right ahead and consider me that, because I'm not going to let you fall. If your one team member falls, the whole team is going to fall. And if you've ever played a sport, like I played basketball and cheerleading. So if you've ever played a sport, that one team member you have to be on top of that team member. Like, yo, you're getting to practice. Like, what's going on? You have to hold your team members accountable, because your team will lose. And you're going to know it's from these sets of people that are not pulling their weight, that are not showing up as their best self. Maybe it's something going on in their life. Maybe it's something going on in their family. Maybe sitting down to talk to them might help. Like, you got to find out what's going on, so you could pull your team up, so your team can win. So yeah, like, if you want to consider me as your mentor, or if you want to go and get a mentor, whatever the case may be, you can do that. Because if you have a real mentor, that mentor is going to hold you accountable. That mentor is not going to let you just say, oh, well, it didn't work out, it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, there are some things that aren't meant to be. But you showing up late for work every single day or every other day is not just as meant to be. That's a habit that you've created. That's a problem that needs to be solved and needs to be fixed, because that's the way that you're showing up. And that is not okay. So yeah, there are some people that's like, well, it wasn't meant for me to get there on time. Maybe one time, yeah. Maybe one time something derailed you and took you off your path, or something happened, you had to go around, or you had to go back into the house. And like, those times, yes, everything happens for a reason. But if it's happening every single day, if you're late for every meeting, no, that's a habit that you have created. And I'm going to make another video after this about habits that you can take into 2026 that will be beneficial for you in order to continue with your goals. Because I do believe, yes, you have to manifest these things by doing the things that I said in this video. But there are also ways that you need to show up. There are ways that you have to show up in order to accomplish those goals. So yeah, I'm going to make another video after this one. But yeah, those are the things that I feel like before you manifest, before you put that vision board out there, you need to get clarity. You need to think about the things that I said. You need to think about the people that you're talking to every day. If you don't need to be around those friends and family, don't talk to them. Social media, maybe that's a distraction for you. Maybe you're just scrolling. Maybe you got to cut off social media for a while. I've done it. It's been 3 months and I feel great. If my family really wants to send me something or talk to me about something, they'll talk to me. And what's good about that is they're not going to just send me random foolishness now, because they know that's not the vibe I'm on. If they are writing me, they're writing me to check on me, not to just send me something, to make me laugh for 2 seconds or whatever. No, they're calling me they're texting me to check on me. So think about that. If you need to get rid of social media, if it's the fact that you need to raise your vibration and stay in a good vibration and not let people bring your vibration down, that's another thing that you can do. So all of the things that I've mentioned in this video, you need to make sure that those are things that you are taking into 2026. Before you do a vision board, before you try to manifest, before you script, before you do all of those things, you need to think about these things. Are there some things in my life right now that I don't need to take in 2026? And how do I need to show up in 2026 to manifest the best life for myself? Maybe I am being a little bit lazy. It's winter time. A lot of people don't want to get up or go out. If you live in anywhere it's a cold climate like I do, you may not want to get up and go out and, do certain things. And, it happens to all of us, but you got to be honest about that. If you need to get a mentor for 2026, like what are the things that you need to set in place so you could be successful in your manifestation journey? And are there some things that you need to tweak, that you might need to change, that you might need to come at differently for 2026? Because I know for myself, there are things that I do know that I need to tweak and I need to change. I need to, certain habits that I've created that are like not the best habit. Snoozing the alarm has been one. I've never snoozed my alarm before, but recently been snoozing my alarm. And yeah, no, that can't come into 2026 with me if I expect to get my workouts done in the morning. So what do you need to do to be able to manifest the best version of yourself for 2026? And that's my video, you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure that you subscribe if you want the real honest, journey, if you want some tips and things that you can use for your manifestation journey. And if you just want somebody that's going to keep it all the way a buck with you and tell you the real deal and how you're going to be successful in life, in everything, all aspects, then yeah, stick around. I'll make sure that you are, getting what you need. But obviously, it's always going to be a pleasure. My billionaire besties, yeah, we're going to manifest. We're going to make sure that we're doing what we got to do, leveling up and all of those things in 2026. And I can't wait to see you do it. Bye.